Alright guys, there we go. We're gonna do the rear on this Mitsubishi right here, Evo 10 coilover. We got the BcRacing. As you can see, we got the front is done already. Look at how it sits on the front. Today, this video, we're gonna be doing the back. There she is, right side for the R. And I guess they're all equivalent, same thing. On the other side, there's an R. They're all the same, nothing to worry about. Doesn't matter which one you want to go for. But I will put this one in on the right side. Alright, check it out. The whip is out. STI. Sick, boys. Sick. I'm gonna be daily this for a while. Once in a while, I'll take the terrain out. But on this side right here, you can see it's a big gap. Wow, that's a huge gap right here. Let's quickly do a measurement on that. Alright, so from the line of the rubber to the bottom of the quarter fender, so you can see it's about 3 1/4 of an inch from the line, or it could be a 3-inch. It's hard to tell. Let's go the other side. This one, same thing. It's about 3 inches on this one. Alright, so now we know what's the ride height on this factory one, 3 inches. Let's put the coilover and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so we're gonna spray red train fluid on each of these bolts down here. This rusted out bolt. I have a history of this bolt before on a different vehicle, that this might not come out easy. It's gonna be tough removing that bolt. Let's give it a try. And trunk here, make sure to take out the liner, the cover on the spare tire on the side, the back, both side, and that's the nut right there that you need to take out. Same thing on the back, there's a nut. Those are 14 mil. Just loosen it up, and then we're gonna focus on the bolts down here. It's gonna be a big mess to do this. Alright, so that bolt head right there is 17 mil, and then the nut on the back is 17 mil as well. So we're gonna put a socket and extension on those. Alright, so I got 2 extensions right here. It will go to the top of the lower control arm here. Got lots of room. Then we're gonna, oh yeah, that's soft. There we go, bolts out. That was easy. It's not rusted or anything. Look at this. I got lucky. This thing was easy to come out. Alright, so we're gonna pry this thing out from the bottom here. We're gonna move this shocks out of the bracket. Just pry it out quick. Loose. Alright, we're gonna go up top, take out those 2 nuts. Alright guys, so the bolt at the back here is gonna be a nightmare taking it out. It's right here, so just use a swivel 14 millimeter, and make sure to pry out this retainer here for the wire so it's not on the way. So just set it up like that, and then put your electric impact in here. There we go. She's out. a little easy. If you put a ratchet right here, it will do the same thing, but it's gonna take a while. Make sure move this harness up so you have lots of room. All right, guys, so we're back down the bottom here. Be careful taking this out. It's still solid. All right, just grab a pry bar. Be careful. You don't want to spring loaded this thing on your face. So. So we're gonna have to like push this thing down like this with your foot, and then this whole thing will come out like that. All right, here we go. She's out, boys. The old shock is out. All right, here we go. Put the new one in. Make sure to take out the nut on this two stud on the upper mounts here. We'll feed it to the back. Line up the stud on the hole. But I was gonna put a hammer right here, soft hammer, so it will sit this struts up high. We'll put a nut on those studs in there. Let's go to the trunk so that this will sit up high and we don't have to fight for it. This will hold it by itself. And just a hand tight on each side. And then let's go to the back down here, and then we're gonna be working with that bolt hole right here. It's a little short, but we're gonna bring up this rotor up high. All right, we'll put a jack down here. We're gonna jack her up, and bolt hole will line up nice and straight. All right, you can see on that hole right there. That's what we want. Line her up. Just keep jacking up the floor jack, and then it will line up the hole. Slowly working in, guys. You're gonna have to line up that bolt hole on that lower shock. There we go. But first, we're gonna put a anti-seize on this. All right, we got anti-seize in here on that bolt. Slide her in. Perfect. All right, we get anti-seize on the nut. Slide that in there. And we're gonna torque this thing to spec. Here we go. All right, guys, so this nut right here is 60 foot-pounds, and then the bolt and the nut on the upper mounts is 35 foot-pounds. So torque wrench set up to 60 on this one. There you go. One more. There you go. That one's done. All right. Let's take out this floor jack now. See how it sits up high. That's nice. Very nice. And you can see that's the bolt. Anti-seize is all over. And that's what we want. Easy to come out next time. All right, so that's nice and snug in there. Here we go. We're gonna go up on the top. All right, we're at the back. There's the nut. We're gonna torque these two nuts to 35 foot-pounds. All right, so let's try it with the swivel and then 2-inch extension here. See if this works. That's one. It's gonna be. That's good. Alright guys, check it out. Well, 2 finger again. Let's go get the measurement. Alright, so Measurement on this before was like 3 inches from here to that line. So let's measure this one. Oh wow, that one's about 1.25 inches, almost 2 inches. So another inch drop. Same thing at the front, another inch drop from the factory. So right now it's all sitting about 2 inches on the front and the back, 2 inches, and that's good enough. We're just gonna leave it like that, and it's gonna go for a ride and see how it feels. Fender, roll up the fender here. It's not rolled, but there's a lot of room here for the suspension to bounce and travel when it bottoms out. Big guy sitting at the back, who knows, he might hit, but we'll find out. And let's see what he say in the next couple of weeks. We may roll the fender, we may bring up the back suspension for a bit, who knows. But this is done, guys. We're gonna torque this to spec, 100 foot-pounds, and this side is good. Same thing on that front. We'll go on the other side, on the back, and that's the last one. All right, guys, finally this side is done. I just did a cleanup, and look at how it sit. Sick. As a previous measurement on this was like 3 inch. So let's give this a try. See how this thing works. Oh wow, this one's about 1.5 inches. It's a little lower on this side. It's a little lower than the other side. All right, so we're gonna take this apart again. We're gonna adjust the spring a little higher, and I'm not gonna show you guys to do that here. That's gonna be probably the next video, but for now we're just gonna quickly do this. And this side here is good, it's perfect. Kind of in more a little bit. I think we're thinking of putting a spacer so this tire will come out a little bit. See how it's sucked right in there, it's hidden, so we want to get this rims out a little bit. We're gonna put a little bit of spacer here. There's a spacer here already, so we're gonna put an adapter. This is probably like 1/4 inch, so we're gonna put like 1/2 inch and see how that look like. But for now, this is perfect. This is good. We're just gonna go for a test drive in a bit here and see how it feels, see how it rides, listen for the clunk, listen for noise. For now, this is it, guys. Coilover full suspension Evo 10. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you again on the next one.